And we're back with another episode of the Vampire Diaries, episode 13 of season 1, Children of the Damned. Okay, well, let's just start with Bonnie, because I don't really have much to say about her, other than I need more Bonnie. I'm feeling kind of cheated. You know, we just get, like 3 scenes with her? I really need more Bonnie in my life. I would watch a whole show about Bonnie. I want to know about her powers. I want to know more about her just kind of in general, just as a character. I was forgetting, I guess, that she could sense people when she touches them. And I guess she's never touched the vampire that she was on a date with. I guess they never, brushed up against each other or shook hands or anything. I hate that guy. I want him to die. I would stake him myself. I just hate that he's playing her. But I think that's all come to a head now that he's abducted her. I'm assuming that he abducted her and Anna abducted Elena and they're together. It was probably a mistake for Bonnie to say that Elena was like her sister and she would die for her. They better not kill Bonnie. They wouldn't, right? They wouldn't be so dumb. The writers would not be that dumb because she's got so much potential. But it would be a good surprise kill, but I don't think they would. And the same goes for Elena, because she does have Damon's blood in her, but I don't think, because I do have this feeling that they're going to turn her into a vampire at some point, but it would be so early to do that now. But I did think, she's got Damon's blood in her, so she would come back as a vampire if they killed her, but I don't think that they would do that this early in the game. I mean, we're only halfway through the first season. So, and speaking of Elena getting kidnapped, Stefan is really shit at protecting her, isn't he? I've said that before, and he's not proven me wrong. He's always too late, even when he's standing right there. You know, like when Damon grabbed Elena, I knew he was going to do it. And I've known this character for, 12 episodes. I knew he was going to do it. His brother, who's known him for 150 years, didn't know that? I mean, come on, dude. But I genuinely don't believe that Damon would hurt Elena. They've got so much chemistry, those two. Oh my god, chemistry off the charts. Even the actress who plays Elena, when she's playing Catherine, the chemistry is just popping. Oof, yeah, I like them together a lot. I feel like he's falling in love with her, and I'm not sure if it's based more on the fact that she reminds him of Catherine, who he was clearly deeply in love with, or if he is in love with Elena for, herself. But yeah, I just don't think that Damon would hurt her. And speaking of Damon, he's just so fucking charming. It's hard to resist him. When he was in the kitchen with Elena asking her if he could trust Stefan, I wanted Elena to tell him the truth. And then I'm thinking to myself, no, no, he's a bad guy. Oh, but I just can't help it because he's so fucking charming. That's a sign of a really good character and a really good actor, too. The fact that I have sympathy for this character who does such terrible things and seems like such a terrible person. But I love him. And yeah, I wanted Elena to tell him the truth. I was glad. I was glad that she didn't, I guess. I don't know. I'm so conflicted. I'm conflicted about Damon because I feel like it's very, very wrong to love him as much as I do. But obviously the writers want us to. The show wants us to love him because they wouldn't write him to be so charming. They wouldn't have cast somebody who is so pretty if they didn't want us to love him. So I see what you're doing, writers. I see what you're doing, but it makes me feel a little dirty. Just gotta say, a little bit. When Elena and Stefan are in bed, and Damon's sitting there on the bed, and he says something like, "If I see something I haven't seen before, I'll throw $1 at it." That's my new favorite line. That's the best line ever. I'm going to have to steal that. I had to pause the video for 5 minutes Because I love that so much. That's even better than I'm at the Sizzler. Oh my god, it was so good. I actually thought that Stefan was hot when he was talking to Alaric. You know, he caught that steak. That was pretty hot. And I love how calm he is. That's something that I really appreciate. And I find that very sexy. And I like that he gave Alaric his gun back, his little air-powered steak gun, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know. I like that he gave it back to him. But yeah, I do have a feeling that this will not end well for Alaric. Because, you know, I wouldn't want to fuck with Damon. So, I feel bad for Stefan and for Damon because I always had a feeling that Stefan was responsible for Catherine's death. And I believe that they alluded to that in the show, but even before then, I just kind of had that feeling. And I mean, if this is the thing that he did, it was naive, but it wasn't terrible. I mean, he should have known better, but it wasn't deliberate. And so I feel bad that he's carrying around that guilt. And then at the same time, I feel really bad for Damon in the past because he obviously loved Catherine. But Damon said that Catherine never compelled him. And I don't know if that's true or not. So I don't know how to feel, like, is this genuine love? I'm not sure how to feel about it. But if he really did genuinely love her, I feel really bad. Even if he was being compelled, I still felt bad for him because he was just so... He just seems so sweet. But I mean, to hang on to that for 100+ years, it wasn't deliberate what Stefan did. So I guess I'm feeling sympathy for both of them, and I can kind of understand where they're both coming from. And Catherine is fucking terrifying. That actress is so ridiculously beautiful. I mean, she's absolutely stunning. But she's vicious. Like, the makeup on her looks just, like, especially scary. Just scary. Like, she just really looks scary. And in the beginning, though, my first note says Catherine needs a bib. Because in the very beginning of the episode, she bites those guys in the carriage. And she's got blood dripping all over her. And I'm thinking, you're going to ruin your dress. And then she has Damon kiss her. And, I was conflicted about that. Because at first I thought he was already a vampire. And so that would have been hot. And when I realized that he was human, I was like, ugh, that is no longer hot. So gross. I wonder if they're going to bring Catherine back, really, and then we're going to have Catherine in real time. In real time, for fuck's sake. Catherine in modern times, as well as Elena. I mean, I feel like that's what this has been leading up to. Obviously, but I just wonder if they're actually going to do it or if they're going to stop it. But yeah, I guess that's it. So in conclusion, we need more Bonnie, and I love Damon even though I really shouldn't. And this was an okay episode, but I am a little bit more intrigued because we have Bonnie and Elena kidnapped, probably together. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. And I guess that's it for now. All right, bye.